What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now today I'm going to be doing something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. Now what I'm planning on doing is actually doing a Clone Wars season tier list. I'm basically going to talk about every season of the Clone Wars and rank them from, worst to, God tier. So now you're witnessing the tier list. I know it has all these other movies, like basically everything content-wise, but I'm just going to be doing the Clone Wars. And if you guys like the video and, it does well, we'll do everything else, the movies, the Mandalorian, etc., etc. But we are just doing the Clone Wars today. All right, let's start with season 1 of the Clone Wars. Now, season 1 has a special place in my heart. It does. It's what started it all. It's awesome and amazing, but I would have to say it's not. If you really break down and watch it, it's not God tier. It's not amazing. It could be good, but I'm gonna put it average. If you, in the retrospect of everything Clone Wars, I think it is average. There is some highlight episodes in season 1, like Rookies. I freaking love that episode, but I would have to say it's more average than good. So now we get to season 2 of the Clone Wars. Now, season 2 introduces one of my favorite characters, the infamous bounty hunter, Cad Bane. They hold all the senators hostage, all that stuff. I think season 2 really kind of shows the direction the Clone Wars was gonna go. It was kind of being like, hey, this is not a kid show. This is not some just weekly TV show that we're just gonna show that has some Star Wars content in it. It's a for real show, and I think season 2 was good. I think it's above average, and I really liked it. Now, season 3 of the Clone Wars is one of my favorite seasons. It has one of my all-time favorite episodes ever, ARC Troopers, where they invade Kamino, and it's such a great episode. The lightsaber combat in that episode is amazing. The complete story, the rest in peace 99. Well, fantastic season. It's also the season we get the Mortis arc, which a lot of questions back when it came out arose from that arc, and it's super. I love that arc so much. We get to see Qui-Gon in there, and Anakin gets to see his future. I know it was erased, but it's really cool, that arc. And this also sets up for future seasons, which we'll talk about later, but Savage Opress is presented in this season, and we all love Savage. We all love Savage. So I would have to say it's good. I would have to say it's good. Just because amazing to me, there should be another tier of average good and then somewhere in the between, because it's so good. So good. But I wouldn't say it's like amazing, you know what I mean? So let's get into the next seasons. Now, season 4 is a definitely highly contested season, for the reason being of how amazing it is. You may be indifferent to Water War, but to me, I loved Water War in that arc, on Mon Cala. So for me, the season started off with a bang, and it was super awesome. I mean, we also got one of the greatest arcs of all time in any TV show, really, the Umbaran arc with General Krell. It was Star Wars Vietnam, and it was super cool. And obviously that presented one of the coolest villains, Pon Krell, with double-bladed lightsaber is super cool. So if I would have to rank this season, it would be amazing. It's definitely amazing. One of the best seasons in Clone Wars, probably top 3 for me. It also, Slaves of the Republic, where Anakin gets mad at the Zygerians, which we also saw Zygerians in the Bad Batch trailer. So Zygerians to me are something I would love to delve into. I know a lot about Zygerians, not necessarily canon, but yeah, I'm super excited for that stuff in the Bad Batch. But let's keep going. We arrive to, and now I'm going to preface this. If you know me personally, or if you follow this channel, or if you follow me on Instagram or Discord or Twitter or whatever, you know that season 5 of the Clone Wars is my favorite season ever. We get all that Maul stuff on Mandalore, where Palpatine shows up, and we get the best duel ever. We lose Savage Opress, unfortunately. Obi-Wan goes through the death of the Duchess Satine. And we also, in my opinion, the best Clone Wars arc. I'll talk about it later when we talk about season 7 of the Clone Wars, but the Jedi who knew too much with Ahsoka and her leaving. I remember first watching that. Every time I watch it, I still cry. But the first time, I thought about it for days, it was, oh my gosh, you know. And I would always think that that's such a huge point in Anakin's, you know, life, to where how he turned to the dark side was Ahsoka leaving, and it's just really, really unfortunate. But it is such a great season, and it is probably my favorite, so I'm putting it in God tier. It is, to me, it is God tier season. It is the best Star Wars content out there. And if you're watching this video, have you not seen the Clone Wars? What are you doing? Come on. Now we're at season 6 of the Clone Wars. Now season 6 of the Clone Wars is really, really good. The ending, honestly, the whole Yoda arc is one of my favorite things in Star Wars. They talk about midichlorians, they talk about the Force, and okay, if you don't know this about me, anything to do with the Force and kind of, you know, talking about it and explaining about it and just more information about the Force, I am so interested and really, you know, has my attention. So the final arc of this season was so good. We also lost one of we're the last Domino Squad member, Fives. Now that episode, oof, I can barely see a still picture of Rex holding him. It still makes me very upset. I will admit this season is by far top 3 or top 4 seasons. The thing about the Clone Wars is it's so damn good that it's hard. It's hard to put them against each other. But I will admit, season 6 is amazing. It is amazing. It's not God tier, but it's fucking amazing. Now we are to the season you've all been waiting for. Season 7 of the Clone Wars. Now I will admit, I'm going to explain a little bit because we all know the tier season 7's at. But I want to talk about how awesome it was for me when the show came back. This show shaped me as a person. It shaped the things I love in my life. It shaped everything that's around me. It shaped this channel. It shaped my Instagram. If it wasn't for Dave Filoni and the people, the awesome people who made the Clone Wars, I wouldn't be sitting here talking with you guys. And, you know, and I just hit 1,000 subscribers, which is insane. I'm going to make a video about it later, but wow. The Clone Wars is probably my favorite show of all time. And season 7 is by far one of the best seasons, on par with season 5. I didn't like the Raw Ventress stuff, which whatever, but the last arc made up for it entirely. I could have had a whole season in that last arc and it would have been the best season. And wow, the ending, the Order 66, the duel with Maul, just Anakin, Ahsoka, Rex, you know, such a great season. Season 7 of the Clone Wars is God tier. Now we have a bonus. We're gonna do the movie. I really like the movie. It, you know, it's nostalgic for me, so it's gonna stay average with season 1. I know that was quick, but love the movie. Kinda. It's okay. It's pretty good. But yeah, now that is the Clone Wars season tier list. If you guys like this video, make sure to subscribe and like this video. If you want to see me do any other tier lists, you know, movies, other TV, Rebels, maybe Rebel seasons, make sure to leave a comment and let me know. Other than that, guys, may the Force be with you always.